Roland Willits, OMS Stories. And I'm here with Glen Nevis.
Yes.
I pronounced it correctly. Whoa! I was going to say novice, but then you're not a beginner, so I said Nevis. You've been singing quite a long time, haven't you?
Most of my life, yeah. Didn't start playing guitar until I was about in my 30s, but singing, yeah, I go all the way back for that.
Wow. And you're from Wisconsin, right?
Yes.
And this first song, which is Silent Waterfall, you had a wonderful story. So we're going to jump right into that story.
Okay. The words, I like to write, I write some songs with my own words, but I often like to use other people's words. I was on a bike hike around a lake in Wisconsin, and I was hiking around the lake and was going through the woods, and as I was going through the woods, I saw a dry creek bed coming down, a long bank down to the water, and for some reason I put my bike off to the side, decided I was going to climb up there. I really don't know why. You were saying before it was a magic magic moment.
I like magic mystic too. Either way,
and that might have been what was going on, because I just decided to start climbing up this dry creek bed. And it was a creek bed that obviously when it rained there would be water in it, but the rest of the time there wasn't a spring up there to have water in it. So I started climbing up, and as I started climbing farther up, there suddenly was a rock shelf that came out, and it appeared as though when it would be raining and the creek was active, there would actually be a waterfall there. So I started to walk around that, again, not knowing why I'm doing this, and suddenly I looked underneath the rock shelf, and there were some bottles, old bottles. Well, at the time when I looked in there, I thought they were just litter, and I don't like litter, so I thought I would climb in there and get that stuff out of there, and I was just kind of disgusted that kids would leave bottles in here. And so I climbed back in underneath the shelf, and lo and behold, this was not litter. These were old bottles, very old. In fact, they had square corners to them and had a cork on top, and there was like 12, 15 of them. And inside each bottle was a piece of paper. And so I'm sitting there and going, whoa, I took out a few corks and started reading some of and here it was poetry. There was poems in each bottle. And I didn't have anything with me that I could write anything down, so I thought I'd take one of them with me, and I would come back later at a later date and write these down. And I thought I'd come back and leave a note for whoever wrote these poems to see if I could, meet with them or something like that. So I took the poem home with me. It was late fall, so I didn't get a chance to get back. This lake is quite a distance from our home, and I couldn't get back to that area again to bring the poem back. And so the following spring, I came back to the area to bring the poem back, and lo and behold, a developer had decided this would be a great place to put some homes, and the entire hillside had been bulldozed. And so everything was gone. So this one poem, I have the one poem at home. It's called Silent Waterfall. And I left it lay in my music room for quite a while. I'm not sure how long, but months. That just nothing was coming and working for me with the song. That's the way it usually works with me. And I have to find a chord progression or something, and then I'll go, oh, do I have any poems, or write something? And it took a while, and finally I came up with the chord progression for the song. And so the words are, walk the steps of falling water, shining silver streams that whispered once throughout the night, and secrets shattered dreams, smoothing stones of jagged edge that held the failing ground, carving under faithful trees that reluctantly came down. Sit in the throne of time and rain and hear the darkening sky call. Drink the wine of summer berries beneath the silent waterfall. Remember days that filled your heart when you were young and free. Just like you, those clouds would cry, those shining silver streams that wash away your bitter tears and vanish into the sea.
Wonderful. So just introduce your song one more time.
Silent Waterfall
Bye.
by Glen Nevis and an